Hi Sagittarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of August 1st through the 7th. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. Alright, Sagittarius, at the bottom of the deck I do have the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is the ultimate victory card. It also represents you being empowered, in control, taking the reins, and steering this chariot exactly where you want to go. It represents forward movement. So let's see here. Very interesting spread. You have a lot of blue over here. You have a lot of swords energy right here. But I'm seeing a lot of green and then I'm seeing a lot of blue. So, you know, green can represent something new, something fresh. And then, you know, maybe perhaps many Sages, maybe you're waiting to be able to begin something new, start something new. You know the direction you want to go in with the Chariot energy, and maybe you're waiting, and this is for some of you feeling down with having to wait. The overall energy is the 7 of Cups, which is that very dreamy, illusionary energy. This could be, for some Sages, this could be you dreaming a lot, fantasizing. There's nothing wrong with that, visualizing what you want. For some of you, it can represent having many different choices or options in front of you. Perhaps maybe you're trying to narrow it down. We are starting out with the 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups can sometimes represent an offer that you're waiting on. Feeling bored, feeling down, emotionally discontent with maybe having to wait on an offer or information, something to come in. And especially coupled with the 7 of Pentacles, which is you putting a lot of time and energy into something. You've planted seeds, you've put a lot of work into something. Maybe for some of you, you're still focusing on this. You're still investing a lot of time and energy into something, but you're left feeling discontent. You're waiting. You're waiting to reap those rewards from this hard work and this effort. Because I have the 3 of Pentacles underneath as well, which is a worker energy. This is you putting a lot of focus, a lot of time and energy into something, into a project, into something that you want. For some of you, this is you working very hard within your career. But because I have the 4 of Wands here, for some of you, maybe you're waiting on an offer in regards to a home, waiting on information or an offer when it comes to home, family. This can be career related. The 4 of Wands talks about your security, your stability. So focused on bringing more security and stability into your life, waiting on that promotion, that raise, just continuing on putting a lot of hard work, you know, into your craft, putting a lot of time and energy into your work, really working incredibly hard. This is, you know, a lot of worker energy here. But then having to waiting on this stability, this security, but also maybe this happiness, your family's happiness. So I do feel like for many of you, this could have something to do with the home, and then for others, this is maybe something career related. You might want to charge towards a new beginning. We have the Knight of Swords here sitting next to Judgment. So the Knight of Swords is that very hasty energy. And for some of you, this is you wanting to charge forward, literally wanting to charge towards a new beginning. With Judgment, this can represent a judgment call, a decision. This could be something that you're waiting on for some Sages. But Judgment is you rising up from a difficult time. This is rebirth. You literally rising up from some difficulties that you could have experienced. This is new beginnings. You want to charge towards a new beginning. There's something that you've been dreaming about and desiring and putting a lot of time and energy into, and this is really where your focus is at, Sag. We also have the Queen of Swords here, and the Queen of Swords is looking directly over at the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, this can be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra person who's quite significant. And then for others, this is that very serious, logical energy. This is you. This is you focusing on your work, you focusing on your family, you focusing on your security or your stability, focusing on the things that you're desiring. Planning. The Queen of Swords is very detail oriented. So I see a lot of planning. I see a lot of paying attention to detail this week, Sag. This could be you re-strategizing. This could be you planning on charging forward in some way. Planning on new beginnings, absolutely. And that could be why we have the energy of the Chariot here, because you're literally, maybe for some of you, you're getting ready to take the reins. You're getting ready to take control and move forward. What's interesting is I also have the Page of Swords here. Now the Page of Swords is looking this way, and then the Queen of Swords is looking this way. So the Page of Swords can represent news. Now, it's very much a neutral energy. So this could be good news, this could be disappointing news, this could be delayed news. Now, what I'm really sensing is for many Sag is perhaps this new beginning, or even this decision. For some of you, could be waiting on a judgment call, a decision. This communication in regards to this new beginning. I am sensing that for some of you, it might have been delayed with the Page of Swords here. But, you know, that's not always bad, because this is now giving you time to really visualize, yes, and plan for your future. I see a lot of planning taking place. For some of you, maybe you're re-strategizing, but I see you really paying attention to detail and putting a lot of energy into thinking things out and planning for the future. So if something was delayed, I think that this could be a great advantage to you, Sag. I don't necessarily think this is negative. It might seem a little confusing, but I see you, you know, I see your eye on the prize. I see you very focused on the future. This Page of Swords is looking out in the distance, looking towards the future. So I think this is a great opportunity to plan for your future, Sag. Overall, I think it's going to be a great week. I do think that you're working incredibly hard, whether this is within your career or, you know, your personal life with something that you're waiting on, maybe something to do with family or home. I see you putting a lot of time and energy into this. Overall, I see it being a great week, Sag. You might be spending a lot of time within the home or spending a lot of time with your family. I see you being in a really good place, quite happy. You know, spending a lot of time with loved ones. Let me just see if there's anything else that I get here. Yeah, I think that overall it's going to be a great week. Financially, I see it being, you know, a great week, an excellent week. I see you working very hard. And, you know, you will reap those rewards from this time and energy that you're putting in. So financially, I see it being a great week. Emotionally, you might be waiting on something. I don't see it being terrible, not at all. I think what can help you is this Seven of Cups energy. You know, continue on dreaming, you know, and planning, you know, out the things that you would like to do, the things that you desire. You know, make plans and think about them. I certainly don't think it's going to be a negative week by any means. Let me draw you an additional guidance card. Trying to make these videos a little bit shorter. I don't know if I'm achieving that, but I'm trying to make them a little bit shorter. My voice is a little hoarse. I'm starting to get a little sick. I'm starting to be under the weather just a little bit, so I'm trying to get these out and make them short. Some additional guidance for Sag. Some additional guidance for Sag. What else does Sag need to know for this upcoming week? Please show me some additional guidance for Sag. Oh, okay. We have a couple of cards that just flew out, both purple. Okay, very nice. Wow. So we have, first of all, we have Serena. I'm the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how this will happen. Have faith. So if this is money for a home or a raise, a promotion, something that you've been working incredibly hard for, this is a lovely confirmation. And I do believe, Sag, that you guys actually do pull the Serena card quite often. So this is a lovely confirmation for you to just keep the faith and keep working hard. And then we also have Sonia, which she does not come out too often, Sag. So I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So for some Sages, if you've been thinking about a loved one who's passed, this could have been someone who passed recently or someone who passed many, many years ago. Just know that they're reaching out to you. They want you to know that they're doing okay. There's no need to worry about them, and they're probably with you. Okay, Sag? So I do hope that you found this reading helpful, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.